everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Dr. Dhanya. This channel is for international medical graduates who are preparing for AMC exams. So in this video, I want to share two major updates. One from MyIntealth regarding your application process, latest or current estimated processing time. Actually, I'm really happy to see this MyIntealth latest update because I'm getting so many queries from candidates who are doing this application through MyIntealth. The most important query I am getting nowadays is the status showing submitted for identification review while doing the MyIntealth account establishment. And the next update is from AMC regarding your latest MCQ exam specifications. So without much delay, let's get started. But before we move on, I will quickly go through this page because I have been getting a lot of queries like when do we need to submit our medical education details? Is it before establishing EPIC portfolio or after that? So I will quickly go through this page because this page is for MyIntealth applicant account establishment and identity verification. So the first step to start with MyIntealth is to complete a request to establish an account. For this request, you need to submit some basic personal information, details about your medical education and digital photograph and scanned image of your passport. And if applicable, you will also need to provide other details like your medical registration details. And there is a fee for requesting to establish MyIntealth account, and your eligibility for each service will be determined as a part of each service request, not as a part of MyIntealth account establishment request. Once you begin your service request, it will be saved for 14 days, and if you do not submit your request within 14 days, it will be deleted and you need to begin a new request if you wish to establish an account. So for completing the MyIntealth account establishment request, you will need to submit your photo, your passport, and your medical education details, and if applicable you need to submit your medical license details, and if you already have USMLE ID number you can submit that. If you already have EICS number you can submit that. If you already have EPIC ID you can submit that, and please upload these photo and passport as they mentioned in the guide. I will share this link for the reference. Once your initial account request has been processed, you will be notified to return to MyIntealth and provided with instructions for final step in the account establishment process, that is completion of Intealthidentification form IIF, and you can review your IIF and then you can release it for notarization by the notary cam, and which provides access to live online sessions with professionally licensed and certified US notaries. And you have 6 months from the date your personalized IIF is created to complete the online notarization process. If you do not complete the online notarization process within this time frame, your identification form will no longer be valid and you will be required to resubmit the current photo to obtain a new identification form. Once your form has been notarized and accepted by MyIntealth, you will have access to request services available through MyIntealth. So answer for your query, you need to submit your medical education details from the beginning itself during the establishment of MyIntealth account. Now I can see most of the candidates are currently stuck at this stage, the stage of identity verification, and their status showing submitted for identification review without any change for the past few weeks. I don't know exactly what is happening, but it could be due to a couple of reasons. As an applicant, the best thing you can do is to submit your documents exactly as instructed to avoid any rejections. The delays may be also due to the technical issues within MyIntealth. We really don't know what is happening. If that is the case, then there is nothing much we can do other than waiting. So here is what I could find regarding this matter. Here is the latest update for IMGs from MyIntealth official page. I will read this. We understand that many applicants and institutions are eager for update on application processing. To provide general guidance for planning purposes, we have published a new web page that provides current processing time estimate by service. This page will be updated regularly and reflect real operational data. The actual processing time for individual application and request may vary based on application completeness and complexity, seasonal volume, holiday, and external dependencies. During this time of high volume, processing time may be longer than usual. We appreciate your patience and understanding. So when you click this link, you will reach the web page they mentioned. So this is the page where they have mentioned the current processing time estimates for each service. Here you can see different services provided by InTealth and their corresponding processing time. MyIntealth account establishment request will take 3 weeks, and for review of completed identity forms it will take 2 weeks. For EPIC credential verification request it will take 3 weeks, and this 3 weeks time is to review a submitted credential and send to entity for verification. It does not include time required by entity to verify your credential or ECFMG review of return verification. There are also some other services listed in this table that needed for USMLE application process. You can just go through this web page. I will share the link. Another important thing in this page is regarding your status checking after each request. For this, you need to go for My Cases tab in MyIntealth applicant portal. So My Cases tab is the most efficient way for applicant to check the current status of individual service requests. The applicant portal reflects the real-time processing status of all requests. Our customer service team does not have access to additional case status details beyond what appears in applicant portal and the estimated processing times above. Customer service hold and response times continue to be longer than usual due to high volume. The next sentence is very important. To help us assist everyone as efficiently as possible, we ask that customer service phone lines and email be reserved for those experiencing technical or other urgent issues. So from what they have written here, it seems we can't expect a quick reply to our emails or calls if we are only asking for a status update, because customer care team does not have any information about the processing time beyond what is already mentioned on this website. And unless you are facing an urgent or technical issue, you will probably need to wait for their response, or you can't expect a reply from them. Another important thing I need to mention here is regarding this sentence. This page will be updated regularly to reflect current processing estimates. So as an applicant, I want you to regularly check this web page for any updates. Also make sure to follow the official social media platforms to get the latest information without any delay. I know it's a really frustrating thing and how disappointing these delays are, especially if there is no proper reply from the supporting team. But now they released this update. Let's see what will happen. For credential verification, the EPIC credential verification, the timing can vary depending on how quickly your medical school responds. Because when I did mine, first I got an email from EPIC saying your credentials sent for verification. Then there was silence for a week, no updates. And then I contacted my med school. I asked them to check whether they have received any notifications from ECFMG. Then they checked and they said yes, they got it. And on the same day, they helped me to complete the process. And they replied to EPIC on the same day, and they sent me this photo as a proof. Now we can move on to AMC's updated MCQ exam specifications. So this is the latest AMC MCQ exam specifications that released in September 2025. The good news is there is no major changes. The exam pattern, the subject distribution and the scoring system, everything is same. 150 questions, 3.5 hours, CAT MCQ, the timing same, the scoring system same, the subject distribution same. I won't go through all that again because I have already explained the pattern, subjects, everything in my previous video on AMC MCQ exam specifications. Just like before, this new version also include 50 sample MCQs. I will share this PDF in the description box. Previously, there was MCQ handbook or blue book and the anthology of medical conditions in this part. Now they removed blue book and anthology of medical conditions from this preparation part and they added MCQ app. And AMC is recommending the 210 MCQs from this Emedici app, and this released in April 2025, and they will refresh the MCQs every 12 months. To get access to this MCQ app, you need to purchase AMC MCQ authorization and you will get access for 12 months. I know many of you are confused about the Emedici's subscription, and let's clear that up. See, Emedici and AMC are two separate organizations, and the 210 questions that recommending by AMC are AMC's own questions that created by AMC. They are hosted inside the Emedici app. And right now there is edition 1 of AMC's question bank, 210 questions. We can expect the next question bank in April 2026 because the edition 1 released on April 2025. In my earlier video, I compared these 210 questions with the blue book question bank. I can't suggest blue book anymore, but we can expect the blue book questions in their future editions. Now, what you see in Telegram groups as shared links are not for these 210 questions. Those are for Emedici's clinical medicine resource, that is Emedici's own content that aimed at IMGs, junior doctors and medical students in Australia, that include 4,000 plus MCQs and some OSCE preparation resources. You can purchase them separately. After my first video on Emedici app, I got some queries regarding the subscription and the number of questions, total number of questions. So I cross-checked with the both AMC and Emedici, and here are the replies to me. So to get access to AMC's 210 questions, you have to pay AMC MCQ authorization fee, and then AMC will send you the subscription link. If you want to purchase any other resources from Emedici app, you can purchase them separately through the Emedici app. So if you are already using this Emedici's clinical medicine resource, you can add your experience in the comments, and those who completed the MyIntealth application process after facing these delays, you can also share your experience in the comments. So that will help others who are watching this video. And if you like the content, like, share and subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching.